Well, hello there and welcome back to the stream, guys and girls. It's Tim's a Pilot here, twitch.tv live from the UK and of course Jetstream TV on YouTube. Today we've got a very nice flight indeed planned. It's Ryanair 1462 is the call sign, Ryanair 1462, and we're departing from Menises on the east coast of Spain, just to the north of Alicante. Lima Echo Victor Charlie Menises, and we're departing on an Alt 6 Alpha from runway 30. Currently on the ground at Menises and going into Lima Echo Papa Alpha, which is Palma De Mallorca, and we'll be arriving on a Godot 4 mic arrival for the VOR DME of runway 06 right. So without further ado, let's just go into the map view very quickly. We'll just run through the route. The FMC has been programmed, everything is pretty much ready to go. We've done everything in the cockpit to save you going through all the rigmarole over and over and over. So there we are on the ground at Menises. Initially we're heading out to the west, the northwesterly track on the departure, down in a southerly direction down to Alicante, out over the Mediterranean Sea, over the top of the airport, Santa Aurelia in Ibiza, heading north, then Isa, Oquito, Godox, Rupit, and then the arrival into Palma de Mallorca, just skirting the edge of the island there, and coming in for the VOR DME arrival onto 06 right. Shouldn't take too long to flight today. Let's just have a look at the distance in miles. That's 200, and it's pretty much just over the 200 mark, probably 260, 270 miles altogether. So it should be around about the hour mark for today's flight. So without further ado, the aircraft is configured. There we are at runway 30 at Menises, Spain. Around about 5 o'clock in the evening. Sun will be quite low in the sky soon, but everything is ready to go. So without further ado, we are in the cockpit. Everything's configured with the FMC, and I am ready to go. 3, 2, 1, throttle's going up now. And parking brakes disconnected and rolling. Power set, flex achieved down both sides.
V1.
V1. Rotate. And just through V2. That's a positive rate. Gears coming up. As we fly on a west-northwesterly track now inland to Spain, we're going to be turning round, making a series of left-hand turns and tracking out over the Mediterranean Sea. So the autopilot is going in. And LNAV selected. Vertical speed selected.
2500.
And we're climbing at 2,500 feet per minute, 250 knots on the climb out here, guys. Just checking that the flaps are coming up now. We'll get the speed in. Auto throttle engaged, flight director is on. There's our left turn on the PFD here now. 289 Golf. Going up to 290 today in the cruise. I will be modifying the flight director very shortly. 10,000 initially selected. And as we track south now down to Alicante, just on the coast off the nose of the aircraft that you can see there at the kind of 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock position directly ahead. And then at Alicante we'll be making a left-hand turn heading out over the Mediterranean Sea towards Ibiza. Okay, there's our clearance now for 290. Let's get up to the cruise without any further ado. Flight level 290 set and running, maintaining 2,500 feet on the climb. We'll increase the speed now, coming up to 9,000 feet, so just about to go through 10,000, so we'll increase the speed now up to 310 knots. Beautiful day for flying here. There's not a cloud in the sky, as you would expect this time of year over eastern Spain. So that's it now, we're tracking due south, about on a track heading of 175 once we finish the turn here, direct Alicante. I'm just going to have a bit of a chill and an ASMR on this flight, guys. Just sit back, relax, pour yourself a sophisticated drink, go and make yourself a brew, do whatever you need to do. And just enjoy the visuals. Very hazy and misty off in the distance, but still absolutely beautiful, perfect flying conditions here today. I absolutely love this sim. Just look at the reflection of the left wing on the well, as we look at it, the right hand side of the fuselage, but the left wing reflected on the paintwork. Stunning. Just stunning. And I'm going to rotate the camera so we can see that a little bit better. Look at that. Reflection of the full wing is there. Magnificent. That's rather a nice view. I think I'll change that view to that. We'll keep that one rather than dead ahead. Bit different, isn't it? 11 minutes into the stream. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here once again. Tim's a Pilot is live, twitch.tv from the UK and Jetstream TV on YouTube. It's wonderful to have your company, and welcome aboard. Beautiful scenery here on the east coast of Spain as we head direct south towards Alicante now on our departure from Menises airport. Excuse me, guys. Try and get a nice view off the wingtip there just for a change, something a bit different. This magnificent scenery that we've got down here. It's too clean, this aircraft. It needs some dirt on it. Not loving that view, to be fair. It's not great. Oh, we're stuck at 9,000 feet. It keeps doing this. The VS. Right, let's get up there. 2,500 feet per minute. In fact, we'll make it 3,000 so we can get up to our cruise altitude. I do wish it wouldn't do that. 310 knots. Should be powering up through the levels here now. I need to remember to check on that with this aircraft because for some reason it just goes into climb mode rather than VS mode. Altitude hold mold, I should say. Mode hold mold. Altitude hold mode for some reason kicks in when VS is selected. Again, another bug. Really is. Taxi lights can come off now. Landing lights can come off. We'll put them back on for our approach into Palma de Mallorca. Seatbelt signs are off. Free the cabin crew, that's fine. As we're through 10,000 feet now, the passengers can walk around, stretch their legs, etc. Okay, so we'll just check the ND range here very quickly. Right, so coming up on Alicante. Just off the nose of the aircraft at 12 o'clock position. Quick look at the PFD. 40 nautical miles, so we are currently 25 nautical miles inbound to Alicante now. ALT, Alpha Lima Tango, is the Alicante VOR, and then we're going to be turning out over the Mediterranean Sea. But a gentle 14-15 knots wind coming from right to left right now with a ground speed of 384 miles per hour. Current local time is 15:29, so just coming up to 3:30 in the afternoon. This is the plan. This is the map. there isn't actually far to go when we cross over the ocean until we are over Ibiza, so we need to be climbing up through the levels fast. We're 18,000 feet now, climbing to flight level 290, LNAV is engaged. The aircraft is finally doing what it's supposed to be doing as you join us possibly late, 16 minutes into the flight now. We are travelling from Menises airport on the eastern coast of Spain over to Palma de Mallorca, the beautiful Balearic island off out to the east of the mainland in the Mediterranean Sea. And I hate the way that view defaults to that. Why does it do that? Anyway, there we are now, heading direct to Alicante, and on reaching around about 10 nautical miles time we'll be making a left hand turn and tracking out to the east, heading direct to Ibiza. Well, I'm just going to chill now until we get into the cruise. 310 knots is the speed that we're travelling at. Absolutely great. Cabin crew is released, passengers are up and out of the seats, going to the toilet, doing what they need to do, and we're just going to chill here for a bit and relax and enjoy the scenery. And there is our left hand turn now, heading direct to Ibiza. As we leave the mainland behind with a left turn. Excuse me guys, clearing the old frog in their throat, the little frog that lives in there. And there are the harbours down there, the industrial part of the Alicante region. As we depart out now over the Mediterranean Sea. Ladies and gentlemen, is the Isle of Ibiza, or is it? Should be. No, that's the mainland of Spain. Ah, there's Ibiza off the distance. Just about make that out. There is Ibiza guys, so we've got a good track to run, about 40-50 nautical miles till we get there. Plenty of time to chill out now and just enjoy the ride. The cabin crew no doubt up and down the cabin now, just starting to do the drinks and buffet service. 20 minutes into the flight. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here again at Jetstream TV. It's twitch.tv live from the UK with Tim's a pilot. Thank you so much indeed for coming along with us on today's flight. You might think it's not very exciting, guys and girls. It is what it is. It's a beautifully clear day here around about 3:30 in the afternoon as we depart the eastern coast of Spain Took off from Menises on runway 30, headed down to Alicante, and we're just turning out over the ocean now, heading direct to Ibiza, where we'll be making a left-hand turn over the island at Santa Eulalia, just to the north of the airport of Ibiza, and then tracking north out over the north-eastern coast of Ibiza, and then heading down for our arrival into Palma de Mallorca. Excuse me guys, just going to cut the microphone off in 2 seconds. And radio check. Yeah, okay, back in the room. The old frog was getting too much, so the frog has gone. My beloved frog, but he will return, like he tends to do so. Wonderful views off the left hand side of the aircraft now as we leave the mainland behind. Looking back to Menises, where we initially departed. What a simply beautiful part of the world, it really is. That's a funky little island, isn't it, there off the left there. Let's get that centred. Where's that, guys? Can you pinpoint it? Let me know in the comments. And Ibiza now, as we hurtle to the east, is coming more and more prominent at our 11 o'clock position. Let's just check the altitude right now. Yeah, 290, we're in the cruise, 307 knots. 15:41 local time, heading direct India Zulu Alpha, tracking 068 right now, 55 nautical miles inbound, so that's how far away we are from Ibiza now, and we'll be there in no time at all at this rate. We have a lovely 26 knot tailwind at 225, which gives us a ground speed of 493 miles per hour. Nothing like a tailwind. Exceptional stuff. We'll be in Palma de Mallorca, chilling out in the main square in Palma, having a nice glass of wine in no time. Wonderful stuff. Right, while we are here, we will check the FMC and we'll have a little zoom in. Yes, we will. There we are. Excellent stuff. So heading direct India Zulu Alpha now, ESA 290 at Okiti. Just after that we'll begin our descent very gradually at 240. That's 202 nautical miles into the flight. So yeah, we need to focus at ESA 190, so it's about 22 nautical miles away from ESA to Okiti. So we'll begin our descent on reaching ESA and descend to 240, and we'll continue that descent down to 10,000 feet because we need to be at 10,000 feet, it's saying here 16 nautical miles later, which is interesting. It's going to be quite a rapid descent, so I think I'll begin the descent before ESA, probably about 10, 15 nautical miles inbound ESA as we're approaching Ibiza, and that should get us down nicely to be at Go Docks for 10,000. I think we'll aim for that, and that should just work out excellently for the arrival into Palma de Mallorca. Excuse me, frog's back. Radio check, back in the room. Yeah, that's all good, that's working. Okay, so 240 at Okiti, remember that, and Go Docks is going to be 10,000 feet, that's fine, all good. In the cockpit hood. That view's so annoying, honestly. Oh wow, there is Ibiza already. There's the mainland of Spain off behind us now, as the sun is getting lower in the sky. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Blasting our way to Mallorca there, with the contrails whizzing behind us, the sun doing its thing. Wow, isn't that nice? The sun reflecting on the fuselage with the mainland of Spain off in the distance. Okay, so 21 nautical miles inbound ESA now. We'll begin our descent. We need to be at 10,000 feet by Go Docks, which is obviously here. So just so that you're familiar with the PFD, the primary flight display. This triangle here is the aircraft currently heading direct ISA, which is the Ibiza VOR. Then we're making a left turn to Okiti. Go Docks is this one here. So this one is Okiti, this one is Go Docks. We need to be at 10,000 feet by Go Docks, and we're currently at 29,000. So we need a rapido descent, ladies and gents. So we'll get that in the bag now. 10,000 feet is set. We'll take that over to VS mode, so we begin descending immediately. We want to be coming down around about 3,500 feet per minute, I would say, which is I'd say 4,000 feet per minute really, to get us down to 10,000 by Go Docks. We'll keep our eye on that. VS speed now. Yes, we're coming down 27,000. We've lost 2,000 feet already, guys, so bear with me. I'm just going to increase the ND range here now, so we can see that a bit clearer. That's better now. So I'm probably not going to be at 10,000 by Go Docks. That's just off the northeastern coast of Ibiza. Let's go to the nose cam view now and just enjoy our descent as we start at the top of descent down to 10,000 feet as we fly over the island of Ibiza, ladies and gentlemen. Just over Santa Aurelia now. Just zoom in slightly there on the nose cam. Slightly tilted down so we can get a good view of the island. Such a beautiful, beautiful bunch of islands, the Balearics, they really are. Mallorca, Ibiza, Formentera, such a wonderful little island off Ibiza. I'm not sure which one it is. It's one of these here off to the right hand side, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys. Somewhere I've never been, so it is guesswork unless you check a map. Look at that, wonderful. As we're now tracking north to Godox, ascending to 10,000 feet. And we'll just have a little scan up and down the coastline here in Ibiza, guys. Look at that, tremendous. Beautiful island. Isn't that incredible? That could be our screen grab. That could be our screen grab. Beautiful, look at it. There's the runway, there's the airport on the left hand side. Screenshot, done. And we'll screenshot that as well. Oh, with the wings in the way. That's no good, is it? We're making a right hand turn here, so that's why it's a bit difficult. Screenshot that as well, guys. Back to the nose of the aircraft as we are descending now. Godox, let's check where we are. And there is Godox, and we're currently at 17,000 feet. It's jumped back to that again. Ridiculous. Uh, 13 nautical miles on reaching Godox. We need to come down much faster. We'll set that to 4,000 feet again. That should get us down to 10,000 by Godox, hopefully. We need to start slowing the aircraft as well. I'll bring that back to 250 below 10. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Everything's looking good. 15,000 feet, we will be at 10,000 by Godox. We're now 9 nautical miles inbound. Current time is 3:45 in the afternoon. 21 knots crosswind from left to right. We're at 404 miles per hour on the ground speed. Tracking 349 direct Godox. 14,000 feet now. We need to be at 10,000 by Godox, which is achievable. 13,000. Five nautical miles inbound, 12,000 feet, and descending. Perfect. And there is our right turn at Godox as we come through 12,000 feet for 10. That's okay, that's all good. Heading direct to Rupit now. And at Rupit we need to be at 5,000 feet, so we will continue our descent as we make our right turn now. 5,000 feet. Is set and running. VS mode is still in at 4,150 feet. 10,000, we're still descending now. 27 nautical miles inbound to Rupit, so we'll decrease our rate of descent ever so slightly as we've got 26 nautical miles to run. So we'll bring that back to around about 2,500 feet per minute. Oh, now it's just jumped back to alt hold again. Keeps doing that on its own, don't know why. And we'll come down at 2,550 feet per minute on the VS, the vertical speed selection. 9,000 for 5,000, that's all good. 23 nautical miles inbound, so we can reduce that even further now. 1,500 feet, let's say, roughly, on the descent. that stupid view again. And just off in the distance you can see the island of Mallorca now. As we are descending to 5,000 feet now on the arrival. Currently on the Godo for Mike for the VOR DME approach to runway 06 right at Mallorca. I'm going to say we'll be on the ground within 15 minutes, guys and girls. 36 minutes into the stream. Thank you once again for joining us here. Tim's the pilot is with you live, twitch.tv from the UK and Jetstream TV on YouTube. We departed Menises on the eastern coast of Spain 37 minutes ago, around about 35 minutes ago I would say. Just headed over Ibiza, done a northerly turn and then a turn back to the east, and we are now on our arrival, the Godo for Mike, into Palma de Mallorca. Well, the island of Ibiza is off to the right hand side now. We descend over the ocean. Look at the beautiful reflection we have here from the sun. Isn't that gorgeous? Just going to go into that view there, and we'll tilt down and just zoom in on that sea with the reflection. Isn't that just special? These views do reset themselves, guys, but you can just tweak them a little bit. A game within a game, if you will. You see, and then that highlights the textures. You can see the way it's all in a grid format, which is a shame. It really spoils it when it's that obvious. It's not as noticeable when you're out at this level. Back to the captain's view as the island of Mallorca comes bigger now into the into our view. Should be at 5,000 now. Let's just check on that. Yeah, there we are, 5,000 feet. Excellent stuff. Rupert decel. Let's just have a quick look here. We'll increase the ND range ever so slightly. Rupert decel. And 5,000 feet, 3,600 by Romeo 253. So we need to be at 2,000 for the arrival. Let's just check the next page here. Uh, 1,600 feet for the arrival itself. So we'll take it to 2,000, then we'll fly the aircraft manually on the final approach to 06 right at Mallorca. Okay, everything is good, we're all configured, guys. We just need to bring the aircraft down to 2,000 feet now. We'll do that on a very, very gentle descent. Currently it's 5,000, so we'll go with the VS again, and then we'll come down very, very gently at around about 500 feet per minute, which means we'll be down at 2,000 feet within the next 6 minutes or so, which is absolutely perfect as we make our left turn from Rupert now to decel. A very nice gentle descent now. We'll slow the aircraft even further as we approach the coast of the island of Mallorca, and then that should get us set up nicely for the arrival. Stepping away from the cockpit, back in 2 minutes, guys. Just going to check the map quickly as we descend, and you can see the path of our arrival there. So at R253, where we need to be at 2000, which we will be on reaching, we're making a right hand turn and then subsequent number of left hand turns directly down to the runway here at Palma de Mallorca. 14 feet above sea level is the airport, so 2000, in fact 1600 is absolutely perfect for the arrival. We'll keep it at 2000, and I would say probably around about 6 Juliet Oscar Alpha we'll disengage the autopilot and auto throttle and hand fly the aircraft manually down to the runway, and we really are not far away at all here, guys, so we need to be switched on. When we make this right hand turn here now, very shortly I'll be bringing the flaps in and configuring the aircraft for landing, and we need to start slowing the aircraft down now. Currently at 2,500 feet, coming through 3,600. Need to come down a little bit faster than that, so we'll come down at 1,000 feet per minute. We need to be at 2,000 feet on reaching Alpha Delta X-ray. Bear with me, guys, 1 second. Radio check. Yeah, back in the room, that's all good. Right, about to make a right hand turn now at Alpha Delta X-ray and 2,000 feet at Romeo 253 we need to be. We are currently at 2,500 feet. Everything is perfect for the arrival now, and then we need to get some flaps in. 2,500, thank you very much indeed. Confirmed. And we'll get some flaps in now. Flaps 1. Ever so slightly turning to the left and then off to the right hand side. And more flaps in there, that's nice. Get us slowed down. And there we are. We should have been making a right hand turn there. What happened there, guys? Flaps coming down a bit more. That's all good. Whoa, what's going on there? Why is it taking us over the mountains? Whoa, 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 we're well off track there. Well off track. Well off track. What's going on? And we're way too low. Why is it taking us off track? Sorry guys, let me check the FMC here, 2 minutes. This is not good. Oh, there's our right turn and we've got high ground. R253, right, I need to be careful here guys because we've got high ground around. Look at that, taking us right back into the mountain. The FMC was telling us 2,000 feet. I'm going to have to disconnect, guys, and then reconnect the autopilot. So autopilot's coming out. And the autopilot's going back in. Yeah, that's fine, no problem at all. Yeah, there we go, we're back on track, guys. So that's, you see, you've just got to keep on top of it all the time you've got to keep on top of it. There we go, rather a nice shot, wouldn't you say? Yeah, we'll have that as a screen grab. Beautiful. And there's our left turn at R253. Yeah, and there's our last few turns down to the runway at Mallorca. So currently at 2,000 feet, autopilot's doing what it should be doing. Just going to disconnect the auto throttle. That's one job done. Make sure that the thrust levels are in the correct place. And after we make our next two turns, we'll get the gear down, we'll focus on the approach. And what we will do is bring the speed back to 165 knots. In fact, we'll make that 170 knots, so we're just gradually slowing down now for the final approach. Excuse me, guys. "48 minutes into the stream." Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing. 10 minutes to landing. Gears coming down. And the remainder of the flaps can come in now. As we are descending down to Palma De Mallorca, I can see the runways there now. We'll just let the autopilot do its thing. I'll disconnect at the last moment and manually hand fly the aircraft down 206 right. Okay, autopilot's coming out. Autopilot disconnected. I have control. Just going to bring some speed brakes in now quickly. A little bit high. We'll just dip the nose ever so slightly now. And is 06 right directly ahead of us. We do have a little bit of wind here, it's just a crosswind. I just need to bring the throttles right back. 1,000 feet confirmed.
$500.
500 checked.
$400.
Check.
$300.
300.
$200.
200 checked.
$100. $50.
Just getting blown off slightly,
40.
guys. I'm struggling to turn it right.
30.
I don't know what's going on there with the controls.
20.
We'll get it down. We'll get it down.
10.
There we go. Wow, that was mad wind shear and gusts there on finals, guys, but we are down. Welcome to Palma de Mallorca. That was quite hairy on finals there. For some reason we were getting really pushed off to the left hand side. I was contemplating the go around, but fortunately we dealt with it, and here we are. So we'll get them flaps up. We don't need them anymore now. Just slowing the aircraft, looking to vacate as soon as possible to the left hand side. That was a bum twitch central on the last 100 feet there, but luckily we made it. Didn't need to go around, and the aircraft behaved itself, and we managed to defeat the crosswind, the wind shear that kicked in right at the final moments of just before touchdown. So yeah, all good. Here we are. Everybody can go off and thoroughly enjoy the holiday now. Okay, vacating. Taxiing in, the front wheels look a bit wobbly there, don't they? That was serious bum twitch stuff on the way in there, guys. I wish I could replay that, to be honest with you. Well, we can replay it because it's going on YouTube. So yeah, just check that out again, guys. It was like I was being forced over to the left hand side by an invisible force, well, known as the wind. But very strong, and I was fighting against it. It was like I couldn't steer right at all, and then it just became available to me. It really was a case of I was about to throw the throttles full and pitch the nose of the aircraft back up to get out of the mess, but luckily it calmed itself down right at the final moment before touchdown. So yeah, that is where you earn your money. That's bread and butter stuff. Doesn't happen very often, getting wind shear on finals, but when it does, The old sphincter does 10 to the dozen, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, let's get ourselves parked up on stand. We'll have a little fly around in the drone as we do. 56 minutes into the stream, guys. We'll try and keep it to the hour mark, and we'll be vacating as soon as we can and finding an appropriate stand. Going a little bit faster than we should do here on the taxi, but you know, it is what it is. And we'll be vacating to the right very shortly on this taxiway. And coming off to the left, we'll find an appropriate stand. And there should be a stand there with a jet bridge. We'll take that one to the left. Just let this van get out of the way. And 54 is the one we'll take. Or will we? No, we'll take this one. 55 possibly. There we go, there's the yellow line. We'll just follow that in. Lovely. No aircraft around us, no issue at all here. There we are, guys, on the ground at Mallorca on stand. Let's just get the jet bridge into play. We'll get the drone cam view switched over very quickly. There we go. And get the jet bridge into commission. Ground services at Palma. And request jet bridge jetway connection. Thank you very much. Here it comes. .59 minutes into the flight now, guys. See, it's just not quite far enough, is it? So that's a bug, major bug. What the passenger's supposed to do there, just like run and jump. Tell you what we'll do, we'll just do a run and jump, shall we, to the end of the video as we're coming up to the hour mark. This is what the passengers will have to do. 3, 2, 1, run and jump. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we've made it, just about. You can't have it all, guys and girls. Thank you so much indeed for joining me here at twitch.tv, Tim's a Pilot and Jetstream TV. And there is our view of Palma de Mallorca, guys. The sun in the sky directly. Oh, that's a beautiful shot, isn't it? Should we just bring that down a bit? I'd say that could be our thumbnail. That could be our thumbnail with the sun directly above the tower at Mallorca. It's rather a lovely view, isn't it, guys and girls? Rather a lovely view indeed. And we'll screen grab that. Thank you. Right, that's it, guys. 1 hour. Thank you very much for your company. We'll see you next time. Jetstream TV. Take care. Look after yourselves. Peace out.